Oh, I guess I'm live. Oh man. Oh, well, I saw the little meter counting up there, and I go, "Whoa!" Now look at me. There we go. Gotta get all the bugs on my beard. There we go. There we go. Anyhow, to this podcast, if it's going to keep on buffering, that won't be no fun at all. Um, well, I'll talk as long as I can. First, my first attempt at live on YouTube. I used to do live on Facebook, but anyhow, I can see the writing is backwards, so maybe I should turn it around. I don't know if I've got this thing correctly or not. This is just an experiment, so oh, I see we got one guest. Do you touch the guest up here? Let me see. I don't know. There must be a way that you can test, see who's on here. I see one. I see one thumbs up. Yeah, the writing is backwards. How are we going to turn that around? I don't know. Nope, I didn't do it. Well, anyhow, uh, I was looking over on my YouTube channel, and I've been monetized, not monetized, but I'm one of the old, 2007 people, and they sent me a notice a long time ago. It said you can do live video. Well, I see everybody else is doing live video, so I thought I would give it a try. Hey, everything's backwards. I got to figure this thing out. Okay. Oh, I see Robert Blake. I love the Harley hat. Do you ride? Hell yeah, I ride. I'm this year I've got 5,000. Let me see. Yeah, 5,485 miles. I was on the airport. I pulled in. Yeah, 5,484 miles this year. Reason being is I want to take it in. I serviced it at 3,000, and I want to go back and do another service. And I was going to do it at 6,000. So I'm within 600 miles of getting the 6,000 miles. The last 3,000 miles. If I'm staggering along and wandering along, this is new to me. So where's the camera at? Oh, there's the camera. Bear with me. Oh yeah, look right back here in the back. I think Robert Blake asked a question if I like to ride. There's a sign, even though it's backwards, um, but it's still. Damn, I got to figure out how come it's backwards. I know why. Is the camera is facing me, but there's a way of turning that around. I'm sure I got a lot of friends at Motoblog. I'm a motoblogger. Um, my handle is Old Mac. And the reason they call me Old Mac is I'm 84 years old. And I don't know a whole lot about almost anything. I'm learning as we go. Oh, Andrew, okay, are you Abraham? God, I can say hello. Tell God I said, oh, yeah, yeah, I come to this river one time. My name is Moses. And I had a whole bunch of people. We've been out there in the wilderness for, I don't know, a long time. And we come to this river. I believe they call it the River Jordan. And one of the people that had been with me for the full 40 years of wandering said, hey, Moses, how are we going to get across this river? And I said, well, now look at here. You see this staff I've got right here? It says right here, written on the handle, to part the river, dump the staff 3 times on a rock. There we go. There we go. Hey, look right here. Yeah, Moses. Abraham. Praise to be Allah. Oh my God. Show us that. The painting. Brown chicken, let me tell you like this. I painted a picture for 2x4, a visual picture. I had him to picture being up on Moose Jaw River up in northern Canada, and I went along and I explained about the loons singing in the background and harmonizing with the bullfrogs, and we had a moose filled full of chili peppers and cheese roasting over an open fire, and I painted him a Norman Rockwell picture verbally. I didn't actually use any oil on the canvas. Now I leave that up to Motorbomb, Virginia, and I leave that up to old Dave over there. Oh, hey, there's my buddy Dave right there. Oh my God, there's my buddy Dave. There's the brown chicken. Hell, I'm seeing all of you people in here. Don't you people ever sleep? Okay, so I discovered today that I had live. I don't have any service here now. Look, I'm going to show you right over here. That's that pitiful service I got over there. I pay $99 a month, and it ain't crap. I mean, it is. Sorry. Brown chicken, you paint. Oh man, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mislead you. Dave's channel, he paints. You want to see some good work, go look at Dave's. You may have already. You guys are all like a big family. We're all like a family. But if you haven't been to Dave's channel, go over there. He's got a beautiful painting over his bed. I bet you he done that too. Don't be bashful now, Dave. I've seen you ride out there. I've seen you racing the kangaroo out there Outback, and you ain't bashful about nothing. I seen you passing them trains. Dave has to pass train. Let me see, who has that? Trevor? Hi, just pointed stream that we are talking about. Hey. You're going to find some really good people. Old sick bastard, man, I'm going to tell you, Dave will tell you, he was wound up last night. I mean, I loved it, man. He was in another world, and pretty soon we heard that do 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 the Twilight Zone, and here come old sick bastard comes sliding back there, and David, I sent you a picture of me putting a beard on an old sick bastard. He's now the Brotherhood, Leviticus 19:27. If you people that read the Bible, Leviticus 19:27 is all about how God wanted his people. I think he wanted his holy people. I don't think he's talking about me and David. Or who else wears a beard in this bunch? There's so many. I love it. I'll tell you, I love it. We went through a long period of time. maybe 50 years where men wasn't like men. They were all smooth shaven and all that kind of stuff. And then men began to come back around to having beards. And there's a TV show called The Duck Dynasty. And in that Duck Dynasty, all the guys have beards, and they call it the religion of the beards. And so I apologize for my beard. I'm going to tell you, you guys can look back and see my videos. About 5 or 6 years ago, old Jerry Mack, old Mac done got the big C. Is that backwards? Upside down? The big C? I guess it's pointed the other way. Oh, let me see. Oh, it's a fine beard. That beard used to be, when I was young, it was so black and so full. But I got the old big C there, and I had a surgery on my face, and they had to do the radiation thing with the big C. And I think it's 2017. Yeah, that's when it was. I went to the hospital, and they, of course, they found that I had colon cancer, and they gave me some options. They told me one of the options, I could sew my butthole up and put a hole in my side and stick a bag over there. And I ain't going to work for me. I ain't changing no bag. I ain't kidding you. I'd put a damn bullet in my brain first. But anyway, then the next option was they had a whole bunch of options. I took the right option because I'm still alive. Let's put it that way. I ain't going to whine and complain about nothing. I have nothing to ever complain about. I was just a little matter of fact that I had a situation that made my hair fall out. I've got hair now, but all my hair. Oh hell, my eyebrows. I look pitiful. But anyhow, the beard is a wonderful thing. I mean, it grows where, you see men that's totally bald, and they can grow the most magnificent beards. It's just amazing. It can survive cancer. I did a video. Let me see who else in here. I'm talking so much, I ain't paying attention. Somebody is, yay, go Trump. I see the Trump sign there. Well, please, let's don't turn this into a political forum, because we're here to have some fun, talk about Harley Davidson, talk about, if you got a BSA or a Triumph, or if you got I don't care, a moped. I myself, manly man that I am, I ride a trike. You people, talk about why a real man, he would never ride a trike. If you've had your leg broken, both bones broken in your leg, well, the boys here, David and I don't know if Brown Chicken, have you seen it? Love that head. Look out there. Look at this. I mow lines in this thing. I pretend my Cub Cadet is a Harley. I forget I'm live, and I'm sitting here doing all this BS in here, and I don't know quite exactly how to behave in front of regular people. So I'm going to pretend each and every one of you are naked. Yeah, that's what they used to tell us. They used to say, I used to have to speak, I had these speaking engagements where I had to go and speak to these people, and sometimes there'd be 1,500 people in the auditorium. And my first speaking engagement, they said, pretend everybody is naked out there, and you won't have no difficulty in getting started out. Well, it come my time, they talk for 30 minutes announcing who you are. Representing the Boeing Aircraft Company, MIT, and named off a whole bunch of crap there. All these awards, all that crap there, those awards. made this big announcement, and oh hell, come my time to speak, they were talking about something they was building up this guy. I didn't even know who they was talking about. I mean, this guy that was going to be speaking next, it must be really fabulous coming from what they were saying. And then I realized it was me they was talking about. So I got up there, and oh my gosh, it was an hour of well, nerve-wracking experience. But I turned it into a question and answer session. I had them to fire off some questions to me and introduce myself, and it was an interesting time. All of it, everybody here have had experiences of things you've done in your life, and but this live stuff, see, there's no way to back up and erase it. When I make a mistake, I can't hold the camera. If I make a mistake on the computer, I can always erase it and redo it and whatever. Uh, do you love Trump? Look at this right here. Now they've turned it into a public speaking, Dave. You know what I'm trying to say is it can be nerve wracking, and I found myself unfortunately in a position. Let me tell you guys what happened. If we got the time, I don't know if I have a time limit or not, but they came to me one time. I just came. We have a thing called being in the field when you're working with various military organizations, and they would bring us in out of the field, and they brought us all in. Brought the ones that had to come in, and they said our service. We said, and we see, I don't have no service. All right, I'm gonna make it short. We spent a number of years building a tool. It was called the Boring Laser, and but I had to go with all these organizations and speak to them to get money, get them to contribute, and we got the tool built, and it's a wonderful tool. Um, I'm probably going to go off again. My apologies. This is my first time of doing this, and I know it's. Well, oh yeah, I'm sure. I don't have no internet here. But I will fix that. I know that if I was right over there, right over, where's there, right over there. If I was right over in that area there's plenty of internet there because there's a path. And so if I was sitting over there, I would be able to do it. My apologies. Let me go ahead and get off here before I make a fool of myself. But David, I thank you for being there, and all the other fine folks that came in and joined up with us here. And I'm sorry about being deceitful about painting a picture, but it was a visual picture, visually painted rather than actual putting oil to canvas. So with that, thank you. 70. I saw almost started to say 73. Oh, by the way, look at this. That's some of the 30 years of my projects. It was that's an award I got. 30 years of progress there. Riding on Ruby. Oh my gosh, look at there. Dave, we got there's another, and there's two before. Hello, Mac. Hey, well, hello to you. Two before, I was just talking about you, how I painted a picture about up there on Moose Jaw Lake or Moose Jaw River, roasting a moose over an open fire while the loons and the hoot owls and the bullfrogs were all singing. Hey, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I will try to figure out how to turn so the writing won't be backwards. I think the writing says Harley Davidson backwards, but I'll figure out how to do this. right now I don't have much service, and there's brown chicken. Brown chicken, I wasn't neglecting you. I don't know how those moderators do this. Motorbomb Virginia, he just rolls this stuff off so easy, and I'm like, I don't know, it's tough on me. I like it when I see you guys talk amongst yourselves there, because um, if I bring people together, and Dave, I know he does. Dave's got a big following. Um, and Motorbomb Virginia, Recycle Hooligan, those guys have got a big following. But if I had like Shade Tree Surgeon, if I had his gift of gab, I could be entertaining as well. Well, I tell you, I don't think it's his gift of gab that makes his show so damn good. It's all them babies are beauties. He's got women. Oh, I tell you, they all look really good. Thank you, Dave. I'm hoping it does get easier, but I will figure out how to do this. I didn't know I had it. They mentioned a few years back when I got so many subs that I could get it, and then they said I had it, and I had to go and try it out. And hey, Dave, tell these boys that I rode my track all the way to Nimbin, right? Am I saying it right? Nimbin, and Nimbin, Nimbin, to your art school. I parked right outside of the art school. On my track, me and Angelique. I think she was flirting with them little Aborigine boys, yeah, I was afraid I was going to have a new son-in-law before I got out of Australia. Either that or a kangaroo. Anyhow, with that, let me say good evening to you. I new at this. Like Dave said, it'll get better, but we'll figure out more on how to do it. And I don't even know if I got a time limit, but I know I can beat that thing over there by being just 5 feet over that away. The duct tape community. I'm going to tell you, if you ever wanted a taste of the South, Recycle Hooligan, he is the guy that has all the words that Southern people say. Now I can hear him. I understand when he's talking about stuff, and he had looky right there. Looky right there. There's Motorbomb Virginia. Boys, y'all take y'all's hats off there, and give old Motorbomb Virginia a good nod right over there. He's right there. I got to quit looking down. I guess I got to learn to look at the camera. No, you're not supposed to look at the camera, right? Motorbomb, you're the guy that knows how to do all this stuff, and you gotta tell me how to turn my picture around where it don't look like it's upside down or backwards. It's not upside down. I don't even have any music I could put on. Oh, let me see. I bet you I do. Hell, if they don't turn me off here, I don't know if I can do this or not. I did. Y'all want to hear? Do you guys want to hear just a quick little story? Hey, sick bastard. Would y'all like to hear just a quick little story? No, not a story about sound. No. Well, it is. It is about sound. Okay. Do anybody on here know who Eddie Vedder is? Eddie Vedder. Okay, somebody said yes. Or maybe they said yes. Eddie Vedder is, I think you would say, Eddie Vedder would probably, he was the lead singer of Pearl Jam. Does that make sense now? Pearl Jam? Oh, there it is. Dave said Pearl Jam. Oh, Dave, you get the prize. All right, so my son, he's parts manager for the Volvo dealership in Bellevue, Washington. And so Eddie Vedder comes in and he had two Model S Teslas with less than 6,000 miles each. He had one Chevrolet, like the Suburban, that was really nice. It was a 2022 Suburban. And he had another one. He had four vehicles. And he brought in the four vehicles to the Volvo dealership in Bellevue, Washington. And he traded those four for two S9, whatever the 90 series SUV Volvos. And he got two of them. And anyhow, he got the two cars, and he had to bring them around to where my son was because he wanted these options. So he had to order them through my son's department there, and he come in and he said, have you been to lunch yet? And my son, no. And the manager was standing there. And he said, well, come and join me and we'll talk over lunch. He left the company, got in the car with them, and went off and had lunch. And my son said he really tried. My son tried to get into the music thing, talk about music, but he was so being around that guy that he just couldn't think of nothing to say smart. So he decided to listen to what kind of options he needed for his Volvo SUV. And anyhow, that was my little story about Eddie Vedder. I up there the grunge music, we like Kurt Cobain and the whole bunch. Hey, listen to this. Ask yourself a question. How many 84-year-old guys know who Kurt Cobain is? I can't even see it. My dentures. Anyhow, they don't know the tragic story. But I'll tell you something else about Seattle. And Motorbahn, Virginia, and all these guys have heard this. We went to Jimi Hendrix's Memorial Gardens up there in Seattle. And while we was there was three of us, and we smoked a joint in honor of Jimmy. Jimmy was with us there just for a moment as the smoke gathered around our heads. I've had a good musical life. And all you guys, Dave, he's big into music. I know Motorbahn, Virginia is. Recycle Hooligan, you start naming names. They have a really good background in music. Bring back what, golly, there's so many greats we'd like to see back again. This may not be your cup of tea, but one of the highlights of 1968, I had two highlights. One of them, I went to Ashbury at the Golden Gate Park there and watched Janis Joplin, Big Brother and the Holding Company, and so many groups that was nobody at the time in 68, but they blossomed into somebody special. And we got down to Atlanta. They sent us from San Francisco to Dobbins Air Force Base in Marietta, Georgia. We got down there, And first thing I did, I wanted to see what kind of perks they had for employees. And they happened for that weekend to have tickets to CCR live on stage in Atlanta. And so we went and went down there. Oh my gosh, the place was packed. It's a big Coliseum like place, and it was packed out. Well, when we got that little episode done, I was only there for like 6 months. It was called a short TDY. They sent me to Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane. He said, I don't know if you're in a group called the Rolling Stones, and they're going to be. I think Rolling Stones are going to be in Seattle. I said, when? They said, this weekend. I said, oh my God. And I was 300 miles away. Spokane's 300 miles from Seattle. So I hot-footed it over to Seattle, got over there, and the only place I could stand was next to these 15-foot tall speakers, these big woofers, subwoofers. And the thing is 15 foot, these are 15-foot tall speakers, 40,000 watts of power. And when they had hit a bass note, all of my liver and my lungs and my ribs were switching from the front to the back, and my navel was down. It was just moving all around. I've never experienced. Maybe a 10,000 horsepower fuel dragster would make the same kind of pressure on your chest, but golly, I'm gonna tell you that was what a. And I listen to this. I knew Keith Richards before he had wrinkles. You boys get a good grip on that right there. That sucker looked like a prune. But I remember when he was just a boy. Well, he's older. He's old as I am. But he didn't always look old. He got old when he got around 50, he started getting old. So anyhow, yeah, I've had some wonderful, wonderful music. Oh, what was the guy? When I got down, they sent me to Fort Sam Houston and San Antonio, Texas. Actually, when I got down there, they based us out of Lackland Air Force Base. But we got down there. Charlie Pride, if any of y'all remember Charlie Pride, Charlie Pride, golly, I'm telling you, we went up there and Charlie Pride was in the house. Now, I'm not a big country guy, but old Charlie Pride could sing. And yes, he was country. My God, he made them cowboys go crazy and the drinks were running wild. And it was a good time had by all. And we went, then they sent us to Cocoa Beach, Florida. I went down to be a part of we launched a buggy to the moon. Our company, our organization built a lunar buggy, they called it. And they had it packaged down there on one of the shuttle flights. And I don't know, it might have been on the Saturn days, because I went down to Edwards when we was testing the Saturn V engines, because in '69 I was stationed there in Wichita, Kansas, when they went to the moon. So it was sometime after that when they and while we was there, once again I called HR. Yeah, HR. I go, what kind of entertainment do y'all have where we can, something free? And they lined us up. Well, we got to send you some tickets, And I'm going off again. God damn it! It keeps going off. But we'll solve that. And then we got down there, and they said, "Are you into black musicians?" They have to ask that, being in the South, because that's just the way things were. And they said, I said, "Yeah." He said, "There's an entertainer named, I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name is B.B. King." B.B. King. Oh my God. I said, "Yes, we'll take the tickets." So, yeah, we went to see B.B. King. Oh, Dave, man, if you're gonna go out and ride, have fun, man, live your life like you do. Um, I love you too, man. Just be careful and enjoy life and live it to its fullest. That's what I try to do. Uh, and Ruby, riding on Ruby, I'm sure there's so many people that remembers B.B. King, and his name of his guitar, I think it was Lucille. I used to love it. And I went back many years later, 30 years later, to the same uh, theater and everything, and his son, B.B. King Jr., I guess, he was doing all B.B. King's greatest hits, and he had Ruby on display for everybody to see. And yeah, you guys. All right, okay. I'll go ahead and get off here. I'll be better behaved the next time. I'll let you guys do the talking, and I'll do the listening. I don't think this mode I'm in, it only allows you to do vertical, but yeah, I can't turn it around, I guess. Um, yeah, Lucille, I thought it was the name of the guitar. Did you ever hear the story about B.B. King's house caught on fire and it damaged Lucille? But he managed, I guess they redone it or whatever. Um, but anyhow, I had a good friend. I've got a video. I went over to his house. There's a guy down here had a TV show, Country Boy Eddie, and if Recycle Hooligan was on here, he would tell you about Country Boy Eddie. He had a TV show, and everybody loved him. He was the hit of all country. And this friend of mine, he played on the Country Boy Eddie band, and he's passed on. I went over and I did a whole video of him playing his banjo, and he really entertained me and Wesley Baker. We went over to his house. Wesley's gone too. God damn, I hate to, you try to tell a story without any sadness to it, but then there's crap like that pop in your head. Friends of mine or that were into music. Oh, Wesley, the big toe tapping guy, had them big old 14 size shoes, and he'd pat that big foot, and I had the camera running, and my buddy Donald, he was playing and entertaining, and he had hundreds of songs in his head. He did not need any music. Then he went in and got us a fiddle out that he played. Oh my God, he played Appalachian style music. He could make that fiddle. You know that the movie or them three convicts escaped. What's that? What was the name of that? Soul Redemption? No, that's not it. Anyhow, by Appalachian music, and he could sing that wailing song, and he started doing that fiddle, playing that fiddle and singing, and man, it brings tears to your eyes. He was so good, and never needed sheet music. Had all them songs memorized in his head. He had guitars. He played the guitar and the banjo and played the fiddle, and I'm sure there might have been other instruments, but anyhow, it was entertaining, to listen to him, to watch him work his mind and pull up the next song. And he was a tremendous guy. Well, I said I was going to leave 4 or 5 times, but I don't want to. I don't want to be rude. I just don't know how long I can. Shows on the screen. I've been talking for 42 minutes and 47 seconds. So, I can talk for 3 straight hours and never even take a breath. But a reason I'm going to tell you now, a lot of you guys got to look at this. Reason I talk so much is I'm 84. And when I was in the 6th grade of school, they drawed me a bell curve on the blackboard. And they said since I was born in 1940, that I would probably live a happy life to 67 years. I would be expired on my 67th year. Well, at 84, I'm living past the bell curve. I'm on that other slope over there. It's a slippery slope. So I have to talk a lot to get all I can say in before I'm like milk is going to go bad. I'm on a clabber. I'll go out of date. One more little story. I went to Seattle, and my sister's husband, he had just passed away. And in the garage, he had bought $25,000 worth of MREs. He was a doomsday prepper kind of guy. And so she asked me, did I want any of these? And they have a 25-year shelf life. And so I brought back a case. A case is hundreds of dollars. I mean, really expensive, thousands of dollars. So I'll bring back a case. And when I got home, I put the case of stuff under in the kitchen. And, one cold afternoon, I decided I would try some MRE, like one of those packages you use to break that thing, and it gets hot. Salisbury steak. And anyhow, I go in and I look. I said, where do y'all put that stuff? And she said, what stuff? The stuff I brought from Washington, that MRE. She said, I threw the stuff in the garbage. I go, what? She said, did you see the date on that stuff? It was expired. I said, it had a 25-year shelf life on it. He had it for 3 or 4 years, but it still had 20 years left. All right. With that, we'll say good night. It's almost 10 here. It's almost 11 up there at Montgomery, Virginia. And I know he's got to get some rest because he's a working guy. And riding on Ruby, I don't know, are you a retired guy or are you a working stiff? Maybe everybody's going. I bet you I'm the only one here. I bet everybody's taking bets over there. How long will he babble? And we're all gone. What it says there's 2 people left. I don't know how to read this thing, so this may be. Oh, he's driving a school. Oh, bless your heart, man. You are a wonderful human being if you drive them little heathens around in a bus. I'm going to tell you, when I was a kid, if you acted like a fool in the bus, the driver would get back and he'd come back there and he'd backhand you. He'd slap you right across the mouth with the back of his hand. And if that didn't work, then he tossed you butt off the bus. But you'd be sued now. So you have a delay. Yeah. Okay. It's too pitiful. I'm sorry. You guys are kind. 39 years so far, and oh my God. I'd have to be doing cocaine or something to be able to drive at bus with them people all up in there screaming and hollering and all that stuff. Especially the way things are today. You got to be careful. People are sensitive. And might say the wrong word and they might pull a gun on you or something. But I love you guys. When it lasted, right? Ruby, you're the greatest, man. Motorbomb, you keep them all in line, and I'll say my good nights. And in the ham radio, we use a term called 73. 73 means with regards. 73. There's no S's. Bus drivers were real in the 70s in a small town and farmer. That's right. You can't get away with crap in a small town like they do in the big cities. But anyhow, with that, we'll say good evening, good night, and love each and every one of you. And Motorbomb, Virginia, be sure to tell Recycle Hooligan that we're going to try to do this again someday. But I ain't going to wear you out now because I wear on people. When I talk, it just wears you out listening. Good evening. Love you. Bye-bye. I got to figure. Oh, there you are right there.